Ruby Blue, hands down, arguably America's most important-ish forgotten hero since Paul Bunyan.
Well, he was the biggest thing since Gangbusters. And then just like that, Gangbusters, he was gone.
Ruby Blue had the whole wide world in his hands, but lost it all in a mad dash for immortality and justice. This is the story of dizzying highs and even more dizzying lows. This is the story of folk music, big money, and a hillbilly who retaught America how to folk. This is the Ruby Blue story. Ruby's story begins in Cole County, West Virginia.
It was the land of union struggles and banjos. It was the land of moonshine and snake handlers and coal.
Winter, 1941. Ruby is born into a family of 14. Ruby's father, Phineas Blue, an abusive alcoholic, names Ruby after his favorite gin. Ruby's only escape from his troubled family life was the music of his heroes, the Long Trail Boys. On his 18th birthday, fate would give Ruby a helping hand towards his destiny. His entire family abandoned him. By dying in a tragic coal mining accident the next day.
Well, he didn't have nothing after that, so he went to New York to look for his hero, Freddie Cass of the Long Trail Boys. Of course, Freddie had died in a boxcar 5 years ago with the rest of the Long Trail Boys. As had been foretold in the Long Trail Boys album, we will all die in a boxcar.
Ruby landed in Greenwich Village with all he possessed: a guitar, a dream, and 2 other smaller guitars.
He quickly established himself on the local folk scene. His performances were legendary. He'd sing a song, channel the dead, cook up the best dern grits this side of the Mason-Dixon. He was one hell of a performer.
Throughout this period, Ruby absorbed the new leftist politics that surrounded him and incorporated his new ideas into his songs. A chance encounter with famous Columbia Records talent scout and manager Barry Hudson would soon give Ruby the opportunity to share his music with the world.
I was at this cafe and this really ugly kid was on stage singing about adversity or Nazis or something. Anyway, I was a little sauced, so I hurled this cup of scalding coffee at him.
To avoid a lawsuit, Hudson offered Ruby a record deal. He accepted.
Ruby's first album, Till the Cows Come Home to Roost, huge success.
We all knew that Till the Cows was the beginning of something big. But nobody could have predicted the horror that was to come. Horror!
Till the Cows was followed by a quick succession of brilliant albums in what would prove to be Ruby's most productive period. Ruby was only 12 years old.